Hi everybody, it's Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, coming at you with another episode of The Spoils of War. Yesterday was Wednesday, and that means it's Commander Night, and playing my brand new Aragorn the Uniter deck. My pods went fairly well. I took first in my first pod and in my second pod. Pod number 3, I snagged a second place finish, and then in the winner's pod I took fourth overall, putting me at fourth for the tournament. So by our tournament rules, that means that I got 2 pulls from the winner box. Again, the owner of the shop has a box that he just dumps random packs into, and then depending on your finish, you get to pull that many packs. So I was able to get a March of the Machine set booster pack, as well as, I was very excited about this because he had just put in a couple of fresh ones, a Innistrad Midnight Hunt collector booster. He only had like 3 or 4 collector packs in there. And then also for participation in the tournament, I also got this Innistrad Midnight Hunt promo pack card. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to save the promo pack for last, and then I'll open the collector's booster second, and we will start with this March of the Machines. So let's get in here and see what we got. Okay, so here we have it. Which way are we going? I guess we go this way. All right, so we got a spirit token. We have a Tyramit Chosen for Death. This is originally from Theros Beyond Death, one of the demigods. Toughness is equal to your devotion to black. 1 in a black, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way. We got a battle, the Invasion of Fiora. This is a rare. As this enters, you choose a opponent to protect it. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1 or both. Destroy all legendary creatures or destroy all non-legendary creatures. And then when it dies, it flips into Marchesa, the Resolute Monarch, legendary creature, human noble, menace and the death touch. When she attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Personally, I'm not too big on the battles. I'm not seeing much gameplay of them in at my local game store. So what about y'all? Are y'all using battles a whole lot? I know March of the Machines is where they debuted, but I'm not seeing them a whole lot, and I'd kind of forgotten that they existed. We also have a Dina Soul Steeper. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Pay 1, sack another creature. She gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the sacked creature's power. Very good CEDH commander. Another Invasion of Urgamon. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure. Then you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And it turns into this Truga Cliff Charger. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a land or battle, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Then we've got an Herbology Instructor. 1 and a green for a 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3. Pay 6 in a Phyrexian black, so that's either a black mana or 2 life, to transform him into Malady Invoker, a 3/3. When it transforms into Malady Invoker, target creature and opponent controls gets -X until in a turn where X is Malady Invoker's power. All right. Then we've got a Ravenous Sellback, 1 green and 4. When it enters battlefield, choose 1. It gets haste or destroy target artifact or enchantment. Tandem Takedown, 2 green and 1. Of the 2 target creatures you control, get +1 +1/+0 until end of turn. They deal damage equal to their power to another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Surge of Salvation, white mana. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Prevent all damage that black and red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. And then I believe we will get into our commons. So there we go. All right, so that's what we got here. Not a whole exciting lot. That's all. Yeah. All right, well, let's check out our collector booster now. Maybe we'll get something good here. All right, let's see. So, Blade Brand. Lots of foiling in these packs. Cathar Commando. Cut Behemoth. These are all of our commons here. Harvest-Tide Infiltrator. All right, so we got our first uncommon, Necrosynthesis. This is 1 black and 1 for an aura. Enchant creature. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When the enchanted creature dies, look at the top X cards of your library where X is its power. Put one of those cards in your hand and the rest in the bottom of the library in random order. That's pretty good. I like that. Witherthorn Blessing. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. And that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untaps. Tap 1 creature you don't control, then. Okay, that's pretty good. And we've got Montanya. Then we also have a Tolivar Dire Overlord. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. And then this also turns into Tolivar the Midnight Scourge. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and then you can pay X and Gruul. Target wolf or werewolf you control gains +X/+0, gets +X/+0, and gains trample until end of turn, and this is Nightbound. The day-night mechanic is another. It gets kind of confusing if you're not paying attention to it. So, you know, it just becomes kind of a pain in my opinion. Visions of Duplicity, blue and 2. Exchange control of 2 target creatures you don't control. And you can flash it back for 8 and 2 blue. This spell costs X less to cast this way, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. Exchange control of 2 creatures you don't control. Okay. And then we've got a mythic here, Bloodthirsty Adversary, a red and 1. For a 2/2 hasting vampire. When she enters the battlefield, you may pay red and 2 any number of times. When you do pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many 1/1 counters on her. Then exile up to that many target instant or sorcery cards with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard and copy them. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana cost. That's pretty nice for, you know, if you've got a Spellslinger deck. Then we've got a Dawnheart Rejuvenator, Shady Traveler, another rare, Lisa the Forgotten Archangel, 2 white and a black and 2. Flying Lifelink. When another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it. Cast her, then board wipe. Get rid of all the scary things. Then we've got a foil Village Watch. Then we've got a Curse of Surveillance, blue and 4, enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, any number of target players other than that player each draw cards equal to the number of curses attached to that player. I think was it in this set where the you had the Voodoo Commander that was like a buy a box promo? I think that would go good if you were running just a curse heavy deck. And then lastly, we have our Vampire token. Oh, and it is also a clue. We found a clue. Okay. All right, and then lastly, here is our Innistrad Midnight Hunt promo pack. You know, the last time I opened one of these, I pulled out a Meat Hook Massacre. Let's see if we can get something equally as awesome. All right, and then we will save that. Put that over there. All right, so first, Champion of the Perished. Single black for a 1/1. When another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Perished. So that's pretty good. Not bad. Then we've got a Consider. That's okay. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard and draw a card. And then we have a Midnight Reaper. When a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. And there you go. That is all of our booty from the Spoils of War. Let me give you, here is a arena code. This is from that Midnight Hunt pack. And then I've got another code here we'll give you as well. So here you go. 2 codes for watching this video. And we appreciate everybody that has been watching these videos with us. Again, let us know in the comments, what do you think of the battles that were introduced into March of the Machines? You know, what has been some of your favorite commander cards, maybe from Innistrad Midnight Hunt or March of the Machines? You know, give us a like, drop us a comment, interact with our channel some, you know, so that we can do things with algorithm and, you know, get these videos out to more folks. In the meantime, this has been an episode of Spoils of War, and I am your Mild Mannered Mage, wishing y'all all a fantastic evening. Good night.